Okay, so welcome again, people, to Military Guna TV. And this time we have a special show with Mr. Manningsman. And we have two other guests coming on. Stand by for those names because when you see the faces, you'll know exactly what we're in for. We're going to have some heated debates, heated discussion, some critical analyzing of player and what the program is right now. And I think we have a fair enough understanding of how I view things, and we're going to get other understanding of Mr. Manningsman, and then the next two panelists, hopefully they come on later on in the show. Um, it's good to have you, Mr. Omar Stennett. I am sure sports Manningsman, called by many names. How are you doing, Mr. Stennett?
I am doing good. Some would say tired, but I am doing well. Thank you for the opportunity to be on your platform. Fellow Guna, you understand me? So I'm celebrating.
The badge.
Yeah, I'm celebrating a victory. I mean, I just had to keep on at least an Arsenal shirt, in celebration of our victory today. But I'm doing well. Had a long day, but we give thanks because we have life.
Yeah.
With all that is happening, we all have to stop and check because we have life.
Mhm.
So we give thanks for that. But so delighted to be here, anticipating, like you said, a good show. Can't wait to see the other two persons joining, so we can have the quadruple threat. I think So let's see
Yeah,
how that will go.
we'll see how that one goes. All right, so people, this show is a new program. You can look out for it every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Jamaican time, Eastern time. I'm not sure what wherever you're in the world, but definitely Jamaican time. Research it. You'll find it 8 a.m. So this is the Reggae Boy Council. Big Nick, they wanna say, now the Reggae Boy region. Mr. Stennett himself, one I big neck. As you know, this man know everybody. Him know everybody. Unlike me, I don't know nobody, but him know everybody. So if me don't know, him know. So
Uh, well, I
Mr.
don't know
Stennett,
about I don't know about everybody's. That somebody named Everybody Jackson. So that is a person I know.
Jesus.
So that is still one person, the person name is Everybody Jackson. So
All right.
that's just one person.
All right. All right. So people, well, we're looking forward to have a very fun and enjoyable show. All right. So we're gonna start off with the first three games that we had in the World Cup qualifiers. The first three games that we had in the World Cup qualifiers, and we're gonna speak about each one of those games. Not really gonna go in depth. We're also gonna bring up the form that the team is in. And Mr. Senate, I just want to know for each game. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. What's your understanding? I'm quite sure your memory is possibly better than mine. Um, I'm getting old now, brushing 30, so I
Yeah.
assume that you have a better memory than mine. All right, so the first
Let's
game that we
see.
played,
Yes.
the first game that we played, Mr. Senate, was against Mexico. As you can
You
see, now
can you
that is
can say you can say Manning's man. The Mr. Stanley make me so like I am I am a senior citizen. I'm very far from that.
all
Yeah.
right. So the first game that we played was against Mexico, where we lost that game 2 goals to 1. And we all know the controversy where Mr. Whitmore made that substitution in the last bit of the game. And after that, we conceded a goal in the latter stages of the game. Now, in the overall concept of that game, we could have realized that we could have gotten something from that game, even walking away from the Azteca with 1 point. With one point. We didn't get the point. And I was, for one, really, really upset and distorted about the situation. But it is football. That's a part of it. Most of us going into that game was expecting the Jamaica team to lose that game. Fair enough, we put in a very, very good performance, commendable performance, hard work, and grind out some result. What is your take from that first game, and what is your understanding of what went wrong? What do you believe went wrong in that game?
All right. So, given that this was the first game of the qualifiers, and at the beginning of it, we heard about nations that were red flagged in terms of traveling arrangements, you figured that we would not have had the strongest team going to play against Mexico in the Azteca, given our track record in Mexico in World Cup qualifiers, given Mexico's record in World Cup qualifiers and in games in the Azteca. I never counted any
Mm-hmm.
points for Jamaica um, going into this game. Even if we had our best set of players, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think um, we at our best, Mexico at their best, in the Azteca, we would come away with anything.
Mm-hmm.
And if so, um, with our best team playing our best football for 90 minutes, would have
Mm-hmm.
probably had a tie game. So I never had much expectation of getting anything out of the game. Um, and I am sure that in the calculation of team points, in
Mm-hmm.
terms of what we would need, that would not be 3 points on the count or on the board for Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the game was played, and we to be fair, we can't analyze game based on if buts or maybes.
Mm-hmm.
We have to analyze games based on what was there, and sometimes look at the stats and then at the eye test. But Mexico could have won that game by 5 goals to 1 comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
They got enough clear opportunities. They were just not clinical enough. They didn't do that, so we had a sniff in the game. It was tied up, and then, like you said, substitutions were made. I
Mm-hmm.
always tell people, you don't know if the substitution were not made, if the results would not have changed anyways. So
Mm-hmm.
it's the assumption that if the changes were not made, the results would have been different. It's so hard to make that, because you don't know that you don't know what would happen. What we can base is on what happened. And so from that perspective, I think the players put in, I wouldn't say a great performance, I said an average performance, because they just never looked well. The truth is, Mexico looked bad and could have won by 5. They just weren't clinical enough. We never created enough. We never possessed the ball enough. We weren't a constant threat to Mexico. So when I look at it, I think 2-1 was a fair enough result. Of course, as a Jamaican, you'd want to win, you'd want to come up with a point. But in my points tally from the very beginning,
Mm-hmm.
I had this as -3 for Jamaica.
Yeah. I can't disagree with you as well in regards to the points tally, because I didn't expect that we get the 3 points. When due to the run of play, I saw an opportunity where we could have gotten the 1 point, and that got me a bit excited, and then disappointed in the end, in the end when it
Yeah.
didn't when turn around that way. And I think most of us were excited when we saw the time of the game and the scoreline, and we could see ourselves with that 1 point. And I believe that 1 point could have given us a big moral boost going into the next game. Now we're gonna traverse from that game
But
into
I
the
wanted
next
I
game.
wanted to look how sometimes as fans
Mm-hmm.
we can get excited, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to I'm trying to bring up the stats for the game to just remind people how, if you look at the stats,
Mm-hmm.
you'll realize how poor we were, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mexico has had 27 shots,
Mm-hmm.
and 7 were on target. Mexico's ball possession was 73. It almost
Mm-hmm.
tripled our ball possession,
We are 27.
27%. We had 1 shot on target, which was the goal.
Yeah.
Mexico had 7. Mexico completed 538 passes. That is more than double our
What we had.
what we had.
Mm-hmm.
Their accuracy was 90%. So when you consider all of those things,
Well, you're missing one big point as well. Big chances.
there you go.
Three clear cut big chance they
For
had.
Mexico, Jamaica never had any,
No,
because
we didn't have any
we never had any, but we scored a goal.
from
So
a half chance.
from a half chance. So when you look at it that way, you realize that it was not a good performance,
Mm-hmm.
though we were in the game.
Now, question: as you quite rightly said that it wasn't a good performance, though we were in the game. Now, going through, let's shot back to the Gold Cup. I didn't want to do it, but
Yeah.
let's have a look at the Gold Cup. For all those games that we played in the Gold Cup, we could have clearly, based off the post match interviews done by Tapper Whitmore, in all of those games, he keep on saying the same thing, that he's not pleased with the performance. Coming in now into the World Cup qualifiers, you said that we were in the game, though the performance was not the best. Is a thing in which our team, and we should just accept it that this team in particular, is that we will be in games, but we will not dominate game. And only a fine margin can give us an opportunity to take a point or three.
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. Um, Very good question. I believe that Jamaica's biggest disadvantage, like the one thing that all the other teams have that we don't have, is that for the Gold Cup, the teams that are in the qualifying stage, the other seven teams, with the exception of the United States, who kind of had two teams, the
Mm-hmm.
other teams use primarily the same crop of players in the Gold Cup. So
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of preparation for them, building chemistry, playing cohesive as a unit, developing a system. I felt like we had practice games before the Gold Cup,
Mm-hmm.
one set of players, then a next set of player for the Gold Cup. Then we went into that first game. Remember, we went into that first game, for example, and there was a Romario Williams starting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember that clearly.
Romario Williams is his name, I think.
Yeah, it's Romario Williams one
Williams,
played in the team in I think it's in Qatar. I believe it's in
right,
Qatar.
in Qatar. All right,
Mm-hmm.
it was a number 10. Never
Mm-hmm.
played until 20. Never played for Jamaica since 2019. He turns
Mm-hmm.
up and he walks right into the starting position. All right, you bring Anthony Grant into his first game because he could not have gone to the Gold Cup. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever midfielder we're using in the Gold Cup now, you have already changed.
Change.
All right. Peter Lee Vassell was Peter Lee Vassell at the Gold Cup? No,
No, it
he
was not.
wasn't. But he was brought into this game and he played as well. So he
Mm-hmm.
was not in the Gold Cup squad. So when you look at those things, you realize that the Mexicans knew that some of their players would not be available for the Jamaica game. So what they did, they used the Gold Cup to prepare the players that they were going to use for that first game. I think I think my sentiment remained the same, military, which is
Mm-hmm.
I would have rather we put a good squad together, with the exception of Anthony Grant
Mm-hmm.
and Ravel Morris, who could not have traveled there. Put
Mm-hmm.
them together, work with that group of people, and don't seek to even win the Gold Cup, but put the team together, work a system together with them for the World Cup qualifiers. I think we took a shot at the Gold Cup at the expense of preparing the team properly, and
Mm-hmm.
it has cost us points in the first three games.
We only received 1 point.
Yeah,
So, all right, that is well said. I totally agree with that because when you put things in context, we saw some difference in regards to the first World Cup qualifying squad in comparison to the first game for the first game, the squad for the first game, in comparison to the Gold Cup squad. And if the Gold Cup squad was preparation for the World Cup qualifier squad, we should have seen 90% of those players starting in the first game. I would assume that is how the coach would plan it to go. But that's water on the bridge, most people would say. Let's move now to the next game, Jamaica versus Panama, which is a
yeah.
huge controversial game. A huge controversial game. So much names and blame games thrown
Mm.
all over the atmosphere. Um, People are saying that who should pick the team, who didn't get to pick the team, a lot all of that issues were being thrown all over the place. No, we lost that game 3-0. We saw an influx of new faces, not just new faces. I won't say new faces because it was not necessarily all new faces, but players who have less than 3 caps or less than 5 caps being introduced in that one game. And because of that, we have seen players who are performing well right now, who are part of that team, was slated back then that they weren't good enough, i.e., Kemar Roof. People slated Kemar Roof that he was not good enough. He shouldn't have made a trip in the Panama game. And when you track now, move a few games forward, he's not one of our star players. He's not one of our star players. So my question to you, Manningsman, is what went wrong in that Panama game? What really went wrong? Was the players just not good enough? Was that a setup game to expose certain players? Was that a game in regards to the team being picked by the heads of the JFF rather than the coach?
What I want to know is who developed this master plan to have the assistant coach in Jamaica
Mm-hmm.
with some players to prepare for a game. We are the only nation to have done that thus far. No other nation. I want to know at some point there needs to be an inquest as to who developed this master plan
Mm-hmm.
and was audacious enough to believe that it would work. And I think if you don't prepare right, these are the things that happen.
Mm-hmm.
The Panama experiment is a clear indication that there was not a proper plan before the start of the campaign. And when you have that, that is what happens. It is not that the Panama team is 3 goals better than the Jamaica team, in my estimation. But
Mm-hmm.
on the day, you saw a team that had a plan and a team that had no plan. Now, there are many things that we don't know. We don't know who made the plan,
Mm-hmm.
who made the final decision in terms of having those 8 players who, for the most part, had not played together,
Mm-hmm.
playing together with a next set up to go to the third game, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the decision was made that one coach was going to select those players, why wasn't that coach allowed to coach the team?
Mm-hmm.
Some of these things we may not know until people are no longer in positions. Because sometimes when you're in a particular position, you're
You
not
cannot talk.
there you go. You are not at liberty to
Mm-hmm.
share and say certain things. I think until people are out of certain position, unless there's some non-disclosure
Possible.
document that is signed, a lot of questions that we have will finally be answered, and they
Mm-hmm.
may be too late. But obviously, someone got something wrong, and somebody needs to be held
Accountable.
accountable. Accountable. There's no way you can um, bring Mikel Antonio, Kemar Roof to play together, right?
Mm-hmm.
With a Daniel Johnson, a Ravel Morris. Like it just don't make any sense that
Mm-hmm.
you do that. And I know that there are people saying that look what they were doing in training, look how they look. Listen, these are professional players. What they were doing with training the national team is what they do in training at their own home ground. They do that. They are professionals. If you
Mm-hmm.
go to watch them train, they can kick the ball all different kind of ways into the back of the net. That's
True.
that's that's not
Mannings,
no wow thing.
Mannings, I went to the training session and I did live coverage. Oh, people, we have now have one of the council members joining in Ryan LFC. I told you I have some big guns coming in tonight. I have some big guns coming in. Ryan LFC, welcome to the Reggae Boyz councillor meeting. You are one of the big guns, and we have Mannings man, we have Ryan LFC, and me I small, me I small, we call it tiki tiki. Me I tiki tiki.
I
We have the
don't think
big
you
guns
want.
here.
I don't think you want to liken yourself to fish. I don't think
That's
that's.
a,
I
that's
don't.
I'm gonna
I
use the
don't
word.
think. I
It's a
don't
tiki
think that's a
tiki.
good idea.
Blessings, Ryan. Wagwan.
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. How are you, man? Big up to you and Mannings, man, Bridget.
Big
Thanks
up.
for
You look tired.
Look like you
yeah.
just got up
Just
out
wake
of
up,
bed.
bro. Me just wake up, bro. Myself, not even eat food or nothing yet. So just wake up,
Food is for the weak, man.
bro. I tell you already, bro. Joke, bro.
All right, so Ryan, we're here discussing. We have passed through a few of the key pointers already. We're here discussing the Panama game. Mr. Manningsman just ran through some of the criteria and the issues that we face in the game. As I already said, I'm quite sure that you remember the game itself in definite direct. And the moment after the game that you went all in and the coach, said the coach definitely did some stupidness there. Standing on the sideline, folding his arm, not caring what's happening. What is your take on the Panama game, and what do you believe went wrong in that Panama game?
I think that Panama game off the field, I think that's where the Reggae Boys go wrong. I think a lot of problem were in the camp before even the game play when the starting lineup come out. Um, a lot of people said Coach Whitmore didn't happy. I think they forced Whitmore to play the eight English base player. He didn't want to play the eight English player at one time. And it was after field issue where who should start, who should not start, who should not in the team. And that's where I think the Reggae Boys go wrong. And then Coach Whitmore come out and said the player them it were too hot. Come on. What time you think the game play in England? You think the game play at night? Or could it be hot? What Jamaica is just at 5 o'clock Jamaica. I think it kind of cool at that time up the National Stadium.
I would think so. I would think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Normally, the sun has set.
But we have to give credit to the Panama team. They come out good. They play us off the park. And sometime in life, the opponent, they make it difficult for us. They didn't allow the English-based player to play. And I think they do their homework. They are a very good team. They are very quick. They are very compact. We see so far in the World Cup qualified, they surprise a lot of teams. And the end of the day, we play very poorly on the day. The coach, the player them have to take some beating for it too. The coach, the GFF have to take some beating for it. It was just all in up in the air, and the fans themselves have to take some beating for it. Me myself too. I think both of you guys too, because when that team go to Mexico, a lot of us didn't care about that game against Mexico. If we win, we not care. We really care about that Panama game, and
Let's see what the
everybody.
players them have.
Yes, and I think leading up to that game, my coach Karome called me and said, Ryan, this is where the vlogger them are doing. It's wrong. It's sending a bad message because they are hearing what we are saying. Or it feel for know some of the players them going to Mexico and they know that they're not going to play against Panama, no matter what happened in Mexico. And I think they put in a very good performance in that Mexico game, and then come in the Panama game and the fans like me, myself, throw them away. That's the B team. That's the B team, the A team going to play against. And I realized coach said, you cannot do that. And looking to myself, I say, wow. And then the other day before the game, I made a video and I said, viewers, we cannot cheat the local player like that. But it's what it is, the pass, and we have 5 points now. We have to take some positive going forward. Come next month, the 12th, it's going to be the real World Cup campaign start against El Salvador. Play poor against Panama, and both the fans, both the JFF, both the media, both Coach Whitmore, coaching staff, everybody's supposed to get flagged for that game against Panama. Wasn't good enough, not have a shot on target at home. But we need to get fans in there. It's very important to get fans come next month against the United States. And I'm pleading to the government and the JFF. We need to have fans. It's very important to have fans going towards that USA game. USA.
We're gonna touch on that, Ryan. Watch I move through the games them first. Then we're gonna address Leon Bailey. Then we're gonna address Tapper. And then now I go give you some information on the fans' business there. Now, as I said, I understand 100% what you're saying in regards to, and as I said, me take responsibility as well about the whole saying that this is the A team, this is the B team, that aspect of things. And I have to take responsibility of that because definitely I was one of them on the wagon as well. But in all aspects, I strongly believe that despite what we said as fans, because we are fans, it doesn't matter how analytical or critical we are fans. And with fans, we all love our favorite player. One of my favorite, my two, well, my one of my favorite players is Core Burke. Most people don't know that. Core Burke is one of my favorite players. And all of my starting lineup don't have Core Burke in it. Rate Ravel, really rate Ravel. And anytime Mr. Ravel go up on the field, me get no one frenzy because I want to see him play ball. Because I know him how do.
But
No.
military, not cutting it still. You know that this current Reggae Boys team, why people love it so much, probably more than the 90th team, they are more closer to this Reggae Boys team, meaning most of the most of the Reggae Boys player who play in this team currently. Most of them, I play with them. Most of them, I have conversation with them. And I don't think no other national team where the fans is so close to that national team. Reason why most of the youth them coming from the garrison. Most of the youth them playing in the United States, but the United States, they don't come from the garrison. So the fans cannot relate to them as much as possible. So for me, I think the fans, they listen to the fans, they watch the video. Bro, Shaman Nichols watch every single one of my video.
Yeah.
Taxi watch every single one of my video. Juna, they watch the video. So
nothing
psychology,
watch me.
I don't know, but psychology, it can affect them. When they hear it, it can affect them.
Of course.
Bro,
I agree.
We clip it as you are when him there, them watch it, bro. The other day, I was talking to a coach America, and he were telling me a particular player, Jevan Watts, him eat me like poison, and I never said nothing bad about this guy. You understand? But he just ate me. The interview, the Craig Butler, they were in Andy Ross, and every single one, I think in Andy Ross, every single one of them were watching it. So they have so close to us, bro. They watch the video, bro. So that's what I'm saying. We have to know we talk about the A and the B team. That's why I'm stop that A and B team, bro. It's one.
That's a segregation. That is segregation. That's what I'm telling you. I was also responsible for me. Not shy away from what I do. Yeah. I will not do that.
Make mistake.
Of course.
Me make mistake.
Man is man.
Yes.
Now ask you a question, right?
Let me just go ahead.
Yeah, man. Run.
I will categorically state that has never been my position.
No, yeah, man. You split justice right across the board.
Yeah, and I get beaten even on my platform because when the farmer players come and talk about anything local, people come and beat them, say they don't like English base. I get that, and that I am biased and I support them. But at the same time, I mean, none of the players can ever say them listen to me and me tear them down. But they just that human nature is, I think sometimes they will listen to things
and take it
from other people and take
everybody.
It, right? And there are people of agendas. That's one thing, right? I would say this: most of the person who run the platforms are not the ones who normally have a lot of the negative comments, you know. It is the people who come onto the streams and make the comments and those things. It's not normally the Ryan or the military going or
in the comment section too.
Or Simon Preston or even a me or is not that. What they can say is that like nobody can ever hear that I'm out here saying Tapper out and Tapper this and Tapper Hasted and Tapper cow fat. But where I think he can do better, I'm going to speak about it. But people are going to say the whole of the vloggers they must say Tapper out. The whole of the vloggers they must say A team and B team. It's not everybody is saying it, but a person is going to be very selective in what they listen to. I've said listen, I've gone as far as saying that I know Shamar auntie. I talk to him family and send encouragement to him. Right? I've said that, listen, growing up people say, boy, I kick the ball like an Andy Low and blah, blah, blah and stuff like that. So I rate him, son. I love how he articulated himself. But the players sometimes don't hear those things. What they hear is
negative.
If they play a game and they say, boy, I can't believe Shamar missed the goal. What can I miss that? As an example. You understand me? Like, and we can't be so fickle. And it happens to me too. And when I say we, I include me in it. That if somebody come in my comment section and say, hey, man, you're an idiot, you know, what kind of nonsense that you have? Boy, you're a vlogger. Your channel forget shut up. I mean, I suppose you can take that. Watch this. there are 1,000 people, as an example, in your comment section, 1,000 comments, and one comment is negative.
Shut you.
and you know what you choose to respond to?
Then one negative.
The one negative. So when that happens, you have to check yourself and say, what is in me? Why so many positive things are being said? And the one thing
negative
that really caused me to react away is a negative thing. I would love for players to come and talk. How many times that they have heard people come on the platforms and speak? Like, I've never heard one of the footballers them call out this guy named Balakar. And every time Balakar go on a platform, no matter whose platform, you can't tell him nothing about no English player. All you want you about a Shamar Nicholson. How if bench Bowser? How if bench Bowser?
Yeah, beat them, man.
How if bench Bowser? You can't bench Bowser. We're not talking about what you mean to bench. And he always speaks like that, right? But he doesn't get called out.
Can nobody not see him?
But let somebody say.
Make you say
it. Let Ryan say, hey, Shamar forget bench. Mother like me, no imagine we are Rima, man. No, brother, it's not like that. So I want to say that to the footballers and sing, because in every negative there is also good. There are still people, but I do share the sentiment because, and this is why I'm trying to cut out this thing about a lot of people don't rate local footballers generally. They have no respect for football in Jamaica. They think Jamaica, there's a narrative that this is Bush League and them not good and it's underdeveloped and the players them not good. So there's a group of people that have a problem with that. Anybody who born in Jamaica, no good. If Ryan were keeping, I'm telling you that they would say that Ryan no good.
No good.
I'm telling you. Why?
Shopkeeper that, man.
A shopkeeper that. And as soon as somebody is in England, no matter what league they're playing, how often they're playing, they are always better than anybody in Jamaica. And I'm saying that it could be true that everybody who ever play ball in England is better than everybody who play ball in Jamaica. It could be true. But let it be proven first before you cut off the ballers who are locally born and bred. The best players must play. But I believe that DMLO is a good talent. Is he the best defender? That's arguable. I believe that Kemar Lawrence is a good player. Are there players in England who could represent Jamaica who may be better than him? Of course. I believe Shamar is a very good player. Is Mikel Antonio a better striker now? Of course. He's 31. Shamar is 24. All right? That because Mikel Antonio is good, it doesn't make Shamar bad.
No.
And that's the issue I have with the argument. You can say Mikel is better, but that don't mean Shamar is garbage. Why it have to be one extreme? Because Mikel is good, because Bobby Reed is good, Corey Burke must be garbage. We're too extreme. We have no middle ground in the reasoning.
No middle ground. Understood. Yeah, man. Some very, very good points to bring across. And the players, as well, I strongly believe that the players as well need to grow art. The thing is not Mannings, man, and Ryan. The players have never gotten this coverage. They have never gotten this coverage before from internally, from their supported nation. They have never gotten this before. This is the first time in Jamaica's history where the Reggae Boyz playing abroad would have gotten so much coverage from their home nation. First time.
TVJ now cover the player them. Like
See them not cover them neither.
You understand?
You're right. Center not cover them. So they're getting the coverage right now. The problem is this now. They don't know how to find that balance. Just as though we as fans, because we as fans, there's a leeway for us to be over exaggerative in regards to being good and being bad. But there's not, the players don't have that leeway. They need to be balanced because they have to focus on the job they have at hand, which is to perform. They need to be focused.
Some of the players them thin skin, bro.
Exactly. You cannot you have to grow a thicker skin than what you have right now. And I can tell you two particular players who reach out to me. And because these two players are prominent features in the dressing room, I am literally blacklisted by basically the entire Reggae Boyz squad. I am blacklisted by the entire Reggae Boyz squad because of these two players. But I definitely won't call your name. But in the same sense, um, they need to grow thicker skin because this that's happening right now. It's going to grow. It's going to get bigger. You're going to find more platforms like this growing up, getting bigger, who might be more aggressive as well because they have no ties to the players. Just as though we might have, we can speak to one player, speak to another player there, and have a good conversation. We're gonna have younger people who's coming up in the YouTube realm who's going to be way more critical because these guys are watching the football overseas. They know standard of football. They know what to expect from footballers. And they will be way more critical than we are. So it's one of two things. Either these players grow a thicker skin or they're going to have to leave football because it's only going to put on, there's going to be only going to be more pressure on them for better performance. And it's going to be one of two things. Either it's going to break them or it's going to make them better players.
Yeah. I hope they listen to this and I hope they take the positive and learn from it because
I hope so.
really and truly, bro,
Mm-hmm.
like it's a Caribbean thing or a Jamaican superstar. They just don't like whether a YouTube vlogger or a TV person, they don't like criticize. You will clip out a video and you're talking something nice about a player.
Never see it.
He willing to reshare it or retweet it. But the moment you say, oh, your game wasn't good, you were having a bad game, the moment, oh yeah, this me, yeah, that, yeah, Ray. We need to get out of that frame of mind.
Mm-hmm.
When the people them overseas, the ESPN criticize, when you wanna blacklist them and not give them the interview, I tell a man say, yo, if you don't want to give me the interview because I'm criticizing, that's fine with me. I've been running the channel without YouTube, without an interview, and it has been successful. If you want to give it, fine. But if you don't have to, just keep it, brother. Trust me, you're not gonna hold your interview where you're gonna give me and then for make me messed up my brain. No. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and if you do good, me give you credit. If you don't do good, yeah. That person who leave the Reggae Boyz WhatsApp group, you're too thin skin, bro. Stand up to the pressure, bro. I know the man them will leave the WhatsApp group, you know. Not getting at that, but
All right. All right, so now we move on now to the next set of games. All right, so we'll move now to the Costa Rica game, right? I'm 100% sure most of you guys would have vividly remember some of the issues leading to the Costa Rica game in regards to hopefully I'm getting this correct. Kemar Taxi Lawrence, the documentation with Kemar Taxi Lawrence, and also Norman Campbell. When we had to win through the ministry to get paperwork sorted out and their ministers as well to get them help them get moved the process faster so that they can get to go in Costa Rica. Am I getting it right? Is it Costa Rica, right?
Yes, Costa Rica.
Exactly. So Kemar Tax Lawrence and Norman Campbell. And that game didn't pan out. We got a fair result, but it was not the best result. We got a draw, 1-1, right? Am I wrong or am I right?
yes,
It was
1-1.
a 1-1 draw. But we had issues. And I will touch on the issues going further. In that Costa Rica game, we saw some glimpses and sparks of things could happen and things to come. And it gave us life because we came away with a point. It gave us life that we can at least build on that. Unfortunately, we didn't. Starting with you, Mannings, man. What was your take from that Costa Rica game? And did you believe that we could have gotten all 3 points rather than just the 1 point?
Again, like I do my tally before the World Cup qualifiers start. I counted Costa Rica as a last game for Jamaica. Costa Rica away. Regardless of what squad, I didn't know much about the Costa Rican squad that they were going to use older players. But again, this is a game that the results sometimes cloud our judgment of what really took place. Costa Rica had 14 shots at the Jamaican goal, 7 on target. That's 50%. Jamaica had 2 shots on target, and they had 11 shots. Right? Costa Rica had 58%, So this was, in terms of ball possession, it was better than the Mexico game and the Panama game, right? Our passing accuracy close 81, 71%. And in terms of passes completed, they had 100 and a whole lot more passes than us. So the truth is, based on those stats, Costa Rica played better than us. All right. So the point is, again, this was a changed team because we made, I think, 4 changes to the team that played in Mexico for the Costa Rican game, and it was almost a completely new team than the Panama game. So up to this point, we never had consistently 8 persons playing together, a place where we normally struggle anyways. So the fact that we never played well and got a point in Costa Rica is a consolation to Jamaica. I think we have, like, let me say it this way, because we have so many players in the top leagues, we have counted certain points. Like, I think a lot of people believe that we're going to go to Mexico, beat Mexico, we're going to go to Costa Rica, beat Costa Rica, go to USA, beat Panama at home. Listen, Mexico with their best squad could not dominate that much in CONCACAF. Why we believe that the one time we assembly so many people, we would go to the Azteca and win. We'd go to Costa Rica and win. We could go to the United States and win. Football don't work like that. We need to be real fans. We need to be real fans and look at the reality of the situation. It's good that we got a point. Now, how the game looked, it looked like, boy, we could have stolen 3. But in reality, we need to rejoice that we got 1, because generally we don't get anything in Costa Rica. And we would admit that this was not our best team. The fact that we took what we consider not our best team to play them and get a point, let's rejoice and thank the players who, I mean, have been through a lot. Like you guys said, a lot of criticism. Because remember, out of the Panama game, it was like, boy, the team has been discombobulated. The team is broken down and disunity and all of that. So for them to go to Costa Rica with all of that and get a point, right? We should have said, boy,
it's a success.
Not a success, but it could have been worse because we could have lost our 3 games. The fact that we got a point away in the long run, it could come back to be a blessing. And we'll look back and say it's a good thing, because you see that point in Costa Rica, it helped us to finish 3rd or helped us to finish 4th. So don't cost the performance yet until the whole thing is done.
True. Ryan, what's your thoughts on that? The issues building up and also the game and how it panned out.
Yeah. Not much people expect us to get something from that game. Me myself, we didn't expect to get. I'll be honest, we didn't. My expectation going into that game, it was very, very low. But you see how that game panned out, how it finished. Although we didn't expect to get something from that game, bro. Costa Rica were there for the taking. I appreciate the points. I'm happy we get a points. We have Costa Rica on the ropes in the last, I think in the last 10 to 15 minutes. I think Costa Rica is a little bit old. When the game, as long as the game go, they get a little bit tired. And then Jamaica start to creep in. I can remember that chance Shaman Nichols get where that should bury the game. I remember when Javon East about clear. I'm saying, bro.
One from Shamar. You want to play across the goal?
Yeah, it was offside though.
But at least put in the back of net.
At the back of the net.
You know, put in the back of the net. You know, I think about man, Navarre never did that, you know?
Put it in the back of the net and make us put it in the back of the net. Shamar get about 2. And Javanis get 1. We should easily win that game 4-1. As I said, before the game play, I didn't think we're going to expect, but it panned out. The man them were there for the taking. And I think we play well. We play well in that game. I think Tariq Magee create a lot. We see what Tariq McGee can do. That's most fans crying out for Tariq McGee inside that midfield. And I think Anthony Grant, the judge, have a very good game inside the midfield. I think Taxi come to life. One of his best game I see him play in the Reggae Boy shirt, going down the wing, getting square in the box. I think the team on a whole play well, but the game were there for the taking. Although we have so much personal issue going into that game, Cameron Taxi Lawrence, Norman Camber, and we lost that game against Panama. So it was difficult, bro. It was difficult. But nevertheless, we get a points, we build from it, and the rest is just history. Our first points away from home against a Panama team. So Panama normally, Costa Rica all normally beat with. So I appreciate the point, but the game were there for the taking. Just like before that Mexico game, most of us just keep down the score line. Don't get 4, don't get 5. And I think the boys go and put in a very good performance. How the game panned out, that's why most of us were hurt in that Mexico game and hurt against that Costa Rica team because all the game panned out. So we appreciate the points and we build upon it. So we have 5 now, so that's great.
All right. So basically, guys, we have covered the first round, first set of fixtures, and the first 3 games: Jamaica versus Mexico, Jamaica versus Panama, Jamaica versus Costa Rica. We only walk out with 1 point. But in all aspect, we scored 2 goals. We conceded 6. That's not good. But there's a lot of story behind it, a lot of factors and variables behind that. Now, we're going to move away from the games. We're going to go into some pressing issues that we're having, separate apart from the games. The first person we're speaking about is Leon Bailey, and we then further down we'll address Tapper Whitmore. But we're going to speak about Leon Bailey because a lot of us are not talking about this issue in regards to Leon Bailey's injury. There seems to be a notion that whenever we have some serious games coming around, Leon Bailey's never available. We have yet to have Leon Bailey played giving us a performance that we can say that yes, Leon Bailey has arrived for the Reggae Boyz. We have seen patches, but we haven't seen that complete performance that we can say that yes, Leon Bailey has arrived. But yet still, he's the poster boy for Jamaica. And we have seen so much players putting in better performances. We have seen Taxi put in tremendous performance. The other day, we have seen O'Neal Fisher put in tremendous performance, back-to-back tremendous performance. But you still won't hear saying that O'Neal Fisher is the poster boy. I would like to know, how is this poster boy title being attached? What's the credential for this poster boy title to be attached to a particular player? What are your thoughts on Leon Bailey's injury issue? And do you believe that these injury issues are something that we should be concerned about going forward with such a young and tremendous talented player? Let's go to you first, Mannings, man.
Yeah. First thing, who gave Leon Bailey the poster boy label? I don't know that he.
The fans.
I don't know. Which fans?
The whole fan base. If you do a poll right now, that is how we know now. You do a poll right now on Instagram, on Facebook.
All right, do the poll.
Now do the poll. What I'm going to do? Now do the poll on my Twitter. Now do the poll on my Twitter. I'm going to use some of our most famous faces in the Reggae Boyz team, and for the next show, I'm going to present the poll.
Yeah,
and we can guarantee you Leon Bailey go with it.
Based on the what are we doing it based on?
The poll.
Right, no man. Who
are going to put him up against?
Yeah, no man. What I mean is that what makes the person the poster boy?
I assume based off the fan base is just the most famous name in the team or who they like the most.
Oh, okay. So
for example.
So we like Leon Bailey the most. So
it seems that's the case. So he's the poster boy. All right, so Mannings, man, look at this right now, right?
No, I'm just asking it because I want to be sure. Is that how we name a why Andre Blake can be the poster boy? What has he not done for Jamaica? I'm just giving a name.
Andre Blake past 30, say my man no.
So he's the poster man and Leon is the poster boy.
He passed 30, say my man no.
I'm just asking him. No, I
Me
don't have a
the poll.
problem with him
Me
having
can't
Italian.
answer it. But me I do the poll. I make the fans answer it. I do the poll. I make the fans. Me I go vote, you know. Me I go vote,
Okay,
you know.
so my point is,
I might vote Bailey. I
so my
might vote
point is
Bailey.
this. I know Leon.
Yeah.
I know. I don't think Leon would want that label.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he would say, "Listen, I am this. I am this. I am this." He's not that kind of a person, from what I know. All right. I think there are several things. There were issues at the Gold Cup that we, you know, um, there, there were issues at the Gold Cup that, again, like I tell you, there are many things that are not being said, that if they were said, then we'll get better understanding. So there were obvious issues at the Gold Cup. And on other occasions, he has been injured and he has not turned up for any of the World Cup games. We have played 6 games and he has not turned up for any. All right. I also believe there is good in that and there is bad in that. The team has not totally collapsed, though Leon Bailey is one of our better players and he has not been available. The team, we're in a reasonable position without one of our best players. Let's be real. We are in a reasonable position, though Mikel Antonio has only played 1 game. We are in a reasonably good position, though Ethan Pinocchio. Most of these players have played 1 game. So when you think about that, right, I believe if Leon Bailey is fully fit, he's committed to playing for Jamaica. I think at this point, I have no reason to question his commitment and his desire to qualify for the World Cup. So because my question to people is, why wouldn't Leon want Jamaica to qualify? It's the same question I'll ask. And that's why some of the arguments I don't get into. I cannot see why Whitmore, as a coach, like people will say that he doesn't want us to go to the World Cup. Come on. Let's find some other reason. I cannot see why Leon, knowing that Jamaica have a legitimate chance to go to the World Cup, and if he plays, that is going to happen, why he wouldn't want to play? Right? Why wouldn't Leon want to play? So I think he wants to play. And what we need to do is to create the environment, all the necessary things, ensure that he's fully fit, and he does that so that he can fit into the system. I think the players want him, the coach wants him, and Jamaica wants him. And I think this window, my one hope is that he stays fully fit so there are no more excuses.
Okay.
I would want to believe that by now the request has been sent to Aston Villa. So they can't say they weren't sent in enough time. There are 2 games, right? You can play 30 for a full 50 minutes in one and then probably come on in the next one. I don't know. But maybe you can play 2 full 90 or 80 minutes in each game. Once you're fully fit, you turn up. And I think if he turns up and play, Jamaica has a very good chance. Because I don't know which player would want to represent the national team and say, I'm going to play because I don't want us to go to the World Cup. It don't make any sense. All of these players in the team, even the one that some of us may think are not good enough, they want to go to the World Cup. Every single one, young and old, including the coach. So I have no question about Leon Bailey's ability and desire to play in the team. I think that the environment has not been conducive to him playing at his best. And the administration and the technical staff need to fix the environment in terms of the team play and the organization around the team when it comes to game time. And if all those things are in place, he's going to shine.
All right. There's some very, very good points, Mannings, man. So we're get kind of short on time now. Ryan, what's your thoughts on that Leon Bailey being the poster boy, and also the issue of him not playing any World Cup qualifiers yet, and what are our chances when he's back, fully fit and ready to play for us?
And the poster boy shit. The reason why Leon Bailey is the poster boy for the Reggae Boyz. He's the face of the Reggae Boyz national team. He has done it at the highest level. Champions League, Europa League, done it in Belgium, done it in Germany, in England, doing him stuff. Very good start so far. So, and him young. He's the most young fans love Leon Bailey because they see him play week in, week out in Europe. So this is the reason why he get that poster boy name too for
Mm-hmm.
the Reggae Boys. For the Reggae Boys, I should say. But if I am a scout watching Leon Bailey playing for Jamaica, bro, I would never bring Leon Bailey to Europe. He will never even get to Aston Villa. Poor performance for the Reggae Boys. And I asked him father this a couple weeks ago on the interview, and
Mm-hmm.
Craig tell me why him haven't been performing. But what I have to say, Leon Bailey is a very good player. Yet to come to the Reggae Boys party, done him stuff in Europe, Champions League, Europa League, Bayer Leverkusen, Genk, best young player, all of these stuff. We know him
Mm-hmm.
great. But the fact still remain. Whenever I'm playing for the Jamaica national team in the Gold Cup, losing the ball, walking back. No fight, no passion. He don't show none of that when him playing for the Reggae Boys. When him playing for Aston Villa, he chop back. I see him chop back. This guy, the left foot guy named Lanzo, running back for Aston Villa, working hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he
True.
probably don't go back all the time to Aston Villa goal. He probably press from run back the player from the half line and then stop at the half line because you have other player have to do their job. He's a striker,
Mm-hmm.
he cannot winger, cannot come back so far to defense. But the facts remain. Whenever this Leon Bailey playing for Jamaica, him lose the ball, him walk back. Whenever
Mm-hmm.
him play, him take five to he want to beat the person all the time. Sometimes it don't come out. He don't beat the player. Leon Bailey hardly beat him player when him playing for the Reggae Boys. Hardly. Craig said because he don't get the ball isolation with the player one on one where he can just beat that one man. I see him play against Suriname and he couldn't beat the Surinese right back or the left back. So for me, yet to come to the party, but I hope, as the management said, he keep fit for this November window because we're going to really need him. This is when the campaign start. This is when we're going to need our best player on the pitch who can make that impact. And I think he will come good, He will come good, and bro, we has to get a system we're going to suit it. We're going to suit the whole team and a philosophy and a style of play where everybody know what their job. Just like at Liverpool, everybody know them job. Same
Mm-hmm.
thing at Man United with Jamaica right now. Nobody know them role. We need more talker in the team at the back. Andre Blake, more vocal, bro. When the cameraman, most of the time when a corner you make a save and we see the cameraman, we are talking to. Who you talking to? Talk, bro. You are the number one goalie. You are the man who's seeing everything. We're not seeing hand movements. Yes, you probably be doing it in the dressing room, but you see in the game, we need to see more talk in the team, bro. Very important for talk, brother. When I was
Mm-hmm.
playing as a captain, this is the reason why I lead on the pitch. Not because my ability off the pitch, but when we reach on that pitch, me I put player where they're supposed to be and be that vocal man on the field, the loudest man, and me in at the goal. So we need more talker in the team where, especially at the back, communication is very important.
Mm-hmm.
But as I said, Leon Bailey, he will come to the party, but yet to step up to the play. Yet to step up to the play, and let us see if he can do good. But anyway, guys, I have to run. If I miss this bus right now, I'm checking it. I will be waiting for work. So
All
now
right.
in time I'm gonna leave out. So I just want to tell you, bro, thank you very much for having me, bro. I
No
will
problem, man.
catch up with you, bro. So mornings, man. Thanks, Bridging. Really, really appreciate it. So see you guys, bro. Catch
All right.
this.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming
Yeah,
on,
man.
bro.
All right, Ryan. Blessings.
Look a bit.
All right. So, Mannings, man, I think we're going to close it off. They said that we're going to hour and the hour
Yeah,
fly out
man.
fast.
I am telling you. I am
The
telling
hour
you. Yeah,
flies
man.
fast. I mean, know you're tired, just as
I
myself
am.
and Ryan tired. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
tired, but people, one of the guests didn't turn up. One of the panelists didn't turn up. He had other engagements, and we totally understand because this is how it is. This is how it is. People don't believe that people, we have a lot of things doing, we have a lot of things doing, and some of you guys don't even understand the sacrifices that we make to be here and put out all the effort, late nights, early morning, and the other background is mumbling, but but anyways, guys, we won't go any further. So next time around, on next week Wednesday, look out for us again. Tomorrow Wednesday, look out for this show. We look out for the show Wednesday. Next week Wednesday, we'll be discussing what we should have finished discussing the second sets of games, the other three games that the Reggae Boys played, and also Topper Whitmore and what he's doing. We should have done it in this show, but we're time strapped and we don't want to drain you guys. I honestly believe that a hour is totally good enough. Man, do you have any last words?
No, that's a very, I mean, thanks again for the opportunity to share, on your platform with you. Really enjoy the time and, looking forward to the next one. Hope it will be better when all of us are here and seeing. So again, thank you so much for, again, for the opportunity and good program. Really enjoy the time with you. Yeah.
All right. So people, Man, his channel is I Am Sure Sports. Make sure you go over there and hit that subscribe button. Get him to 2,000 quick. Get him to 2,000 quick. If you're watching this video, you see Man, get him to 2,000 quick. Ryan LFC is going for 10,000. Something that I am aspire to reach as well. Get him to 10K. And Coach X, who's another panelist. I shouldn't have given away the identity, but he's also another member of the council. He's also another counselor. He's going for 13K. 13K, right, Man?
Yes,
So
13K.
go over there and smash the subscribe button as well. But definitely, people, this has been really a good one. Love the conversation, Man. Really enjoy talking to both of you guys. Definitely, it was an honor to have both of you guys on this platform, and we can have this kind of discussion. And we're looking forward to doing more of these people. And people, as I said normally, have a very, very good day. Think positive, do positive things, and positive things will happen to you. Law of attraction. God bless and love you all. Peace out.